Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. I promise we'll go back and do some Daisuke Challenge, Blessed, Cursed, etc, runs. But the last run was so much fun, I just had to hit the re-up button. Ho ho ho! We got the Rogue Special, and we got the Dueling Pistol. Oh, that's way worse than the AK-47. Yo, Bullet Idol I think is pretty bad. But you know what? It's still okay. Certainly this will not, well, I mean, barring getting amazing items from our chests early on, it's not going to be as easy as our last run was. But that's okay. Last run was an aberration, and it's the rare run that, dare I say, is like, it was kind of like Endgame, you know? Expectations were high as a result of the unprecedented circumstances, and it mostly met those expectations. I do want to play the Challenge Lord there, if we can afford to. We do have 2 keys already, so we could go to the oubliette without spending any money. We'd also get no chests in the process, but still. This run, a little bit more like Ant-Man so far. You're all like, how's Marvel gonna make a movie about a man who gets small, engaging? You know, we got a lot of perhaps justifiable cynicism about that, and we're gonna have to work through it, having gotten what I would describe as a pretty useless second weapon, and a pretty useless passive as well. That's not to be negative. If you can construct a synergy in which Bullet Idol does anything for us that is like as good as having a 6 out of 10 gun, then I welcome it, but I find it unlikely. Let me put it that way. I feel like you have to get like cigarettes, and then you're like, well, when you have a lot of HP remaining, you just walk into a room, smoke 8 times, kill all the enemies, and then you get a little coolness on, well, you get a little damage on top of your coolness. Yeah. And the coolness is worth about 1,000 times more than the very minimal damage you got in the first place, but don't let me stop you. At least Dueling Pistol, you know, it's a nice, well, it's a kind of nice AoE almost. And that's not really an apt way to describe it, but it does at least do piercing damage. Help. So, if you're fighting a row or a column of enemies, you can hit all of them at once, or with one shot, rather. Whoa, this is a tight one. Now, that's not worth very much at all, but it's not worth literally 0. So let's not get it too negative here. Okay, I need you guys to come this way. I'm not even going to shoot Dueling Pistol because I'm afraid it would also blow up the water barrel via its myriad bounces. Okay, why don't you guys come over here? We really want to go to the oubliette. I mean, we're so low on casings. This is an incredibly casing-poor floor. Now, stop. Key, the bounty of keys is out of control. It's unreasonable. 3 keys? We 3 keys of oubliette are. We 3 keys, we travel so... Ooh, you always gotta try. Whoop. Oh, you exploded. I don't really want to Gone Force. Mostly because I think if we get a gun, we would love to use it against this very boss. I was gonna say, wait, where's my other chest? Then I realized it could be through this room. Hold on, what do you got for me here? 25? Let's do it. Let's get a chest immediately. So, it's very important. You gotta get at least 3. That's the easiest money ever made. Actually, this one might be a little easier. I literally am just dumb. There we go. I just, like, super over-aggressively fired. Okay, we still got 3. I'm not complaining. We got Alien Engine. I'm complaining now. This is not what we want for a boss killer. Just way too dangerous. I'll use almost any gun to clear the first floor. And even I'm like, yo, Alien Engine's a little too spicy. It's just guaranteed damage. Either way, we definitely should open a chest. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what's up with our shop. Maybe there will be a key beggar in there, and he will sell us an AK-47. No. Well, it's a much more interesting run. There's no doubt about that. Roll bomb. Man, I thought you were R2-D2 for a second. I got real excited. Let's crack open one of these. Okay, dude, it's a chamber gun. That's insanely... It's like the clutchest to get I could ever ask for. We still have to, you know, work hard. Pay attention on this fight. But it is definitely a big improvement over what we would have used previously. This floor, this fight I should say, is all about positioning, and that's why I hate it. Positioning very far from my strong suit in this game, as has been called attention to many times in the past. But you know what? It's also important. Hey man, you know what's a limitless resource this early in the run? Time. Had a snack, used the facilities. If it takes us another 5 minutes to beat this fight, to do so safely, then it takes us another 5 minutes to beat this fight and do so safely. I will say, you obviously want the flawless for HP. This is not the most critical flawless for making the chamber gun useful. I would still say, I mean, the shotgun from the chamber gun, early it strikes, of the first 3 floors, it strikes me as the most useful. That was really, really solid. If I could just, thank you. We didn't even use a blank, but there were times when I thought maybe it would be prudent. Dude, we got the mega hand. All right. So this one, I do have to file this one in the we did well category. I don't think anybody really is going to dispute that in good faith. I was going to say Shaka-Cola. It's a speed upgrade. Might as well shotgun a cola, nobody hurts and nobody cries. You know that one? Kim Mitchell? It's a Canadian thing, sweetheart. Hold on. Not there, huh? Let's just try here then. You know what? Most likely next archetype is this one, probably. Fair enough. Secret rooms in this game are still, they're touchy, you know? But that means when you get an item that makes a secret room appear, you know, like wad of cash, brick of cash, it's real valuable. Relatively valuable. Okay, good stuff, dude. Honestly, I don't know how much better we could have done on that floor. Maybe, like, decision-making process-wise, we could have augmented our priorities. I mean, we obviously could have done better on the challenge room, but apart from that, you know. I mean, if you don't allow yourself to make a mistake in that situation, like, what are you doing, man? You're holding yourself to an unreasonably high standard. Like, if you're watching... Still don't know what hit me. Must have just walked into a bullet. If you're watching this video and you're like, well, it wasn't perfect. You did make a mistake on the challenge room. What's it like being the CEO of a major corporation? What's it like having 12-pack abs and a perfect nutrition plan? What's it like being able to lift 400 pounds above your head cleanly? Because apparently you're living a perfect life right there, you know? What's it like not going to Harvard but owning Harvard? See, you gotta be cool. You gotta keep a little bit of leniency and tolerance for yourself open there. All I'm asking is if you hold me to an unrealistically high standard, hold yourself to that unrealistically high standard as well. Because what I would hate to do is see a toxic comment about how bad this is, click on your name, look at videos you have uploaded, and realize that you're worse than I am. It would just, I mean, it would break my heart. It honestly would. Never happened before, thankfully. Ever. Still waiting to find somebody worse than me at any video game, apparently. It looks like a good secret room opportunity, but I'm not willing to spend the blank just yet. Okay. Dude, I love the Mega Hand. It's like an ammo-dependent Emmentaler, is what I was gonna say there, but I mean, obviously, dude, I'm still gonna buy the key. I do want potion. I'm sorry, my friend. I do want Potion of Gun Friendship as well, if we can get the casings, and obviously we need casings to be... Hello? Casings to begin with. Get him. Get him. So I didn't need to spend a key, which is the most frustrating part of this. But we do get Yellow Chamber. I know this. I know this. It's an everything up, right? It is cursed as well, but... Oh, okay. Upon entering a room, there's a high chance an enemy will become charmed. After clearing the room, the charmed enemy is killed. It grants 2 heart containers, increases fire rate by 15%, but also increases curse by 2. Mostly, and again, I'm stoked, because that's a great item, I think, but... Mostly, I'm disappointed that I, didn't look closely enough and spent an unnecessary key. The money is whatever, because we wanted the key anyway, but help. Help. I hate that my man's a righty. I need the lefty flip mode in order to shoot out of that situation. Anyway, yeah, that's fine. Whatever, we got hit. Seems like a very good item for us. But it does call into question whether or not we're actually even going to be able to afford to go to the rat fight. I love the rat fight, especially now that we're getting a little spicier with our counters. It's a little bit more engaging than just like, yeah, we can safely defeat the rat almost every single time. I know we lost on the rat fight recently, but that was because I was trying to fight it in like the most dangerous way so that I could maximize the keys. You know, if we just wanted to counter punch, it's easy. Now it's easy. If you've never done it, I don't want to say it's easy because it's a little insulting, but you know what I mean. We've done it enough that it's not that challenging anymore. On top of my obvious natural skill in the game known as Punch-Out, which is self-evident. Cough, cough. Okay, here's the thing. You're dead, and then your buddy? Oh, he's a little shrewder. But he's dead, too. This. Just kind of in a holding pattern right now. Really, really hoping that we're going to be living in a casing-rich environment. The ammo is just out of control. Dust him! Bodied. 26 casings is not enough to have me feeling too good here, to be honest. That's fine. Chamber gun. Shoots some poison. It's not bad, but there's no master round to be gleaned on this floor, unfortunately. The reason, by the way, I haven't been taking chamber gun ammo is because we have a decent amount. Plus, every time it swaps forms, it's it gets full ammo again, I think, or it gets a portion of its ammo filled. I don't know, man. It's one of those games, you know, there's a lot of mechanics on display. Keeping them all straight, it takes practice. I'm not gonna say it takes, you know, a specific, you know, analytical mind, but it does take practice. There's no doubt about that. Boom. Boom. Actually, Genie, or Magic Lamp, I should say, is probably our best boss killer by far. I love this. It's nice having an ally. Man in the chair. So I'm stoked with the gun. Still just kind of tunnel visioning on the fact that we're light on casings, but whatever. It happens. I do appreciate the blanks. We can't afford keys on this floor, so, you know, I was just hoping, I guess, that wasn't very good. And we're done. So this would be a very good secret room. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We got an extra key out of it. Definitely don't buy anything else. Do we gun munch? Yes. I was very prepared to say no, but we will gun munch, and the reason for that... Wait, this is not the right place to... we can start here. The reason for that, and we might as well open this chest, I think, as well, and the Vorpal gun is very good, too. I'll look up that synergy, too. But the reasoning is, we will never, pardon me, use dueling pistol ever again. And we will never use Alien Engine ever again. So, whether these are B tier or triple S tier, it doesn't matter. If we're never using them again, they're defunct. And this is a trick gun, which is also probably never going to get used, but that's fine. Toss me... What do we got here? We got... the Bullet Idol, is that what it's called? Bullet Idol Gungeon, looking for synergies. Big ups to people who maintain this wiki, by the way. If the player has Vorpal gun, after taking damage with the gun held, the next Vorpal gun shot is guaranteed to be a critical shot. Okay, so guaranteed crits. Maybe there's a use case there, but I'm skeptical. We'll head down to the next floor. Need, like 70 casings on this floor? It's not unreasonable. It might be a little unlikely. So, this is just a very simple, don't shoot the messenger sort of situation. I'm gonna be using the Mega Hand. I got other stuff on the noggin on this floor, you know what I mean? Casings are, in this case, without a doubt, the be-all, end-all. Plus, I mean, the Mega Hand is a fun gun. And on the last run, we never used the Heroine despite getting it. And the Heroine, you gotta be careful with this one. Google DeepMind might catch you with a false positive. The gun that is known as the Heroine, with an E, is extremely good. Oh, he's gotta go. And we need this key. Well worth taking damage here to make it happen if you have to. Didn't have to. It would be a real bummer. Oh, the ammo is out of control, dude. Offer a heart, get a new friend. Absolutely. What the heck is that? It's a turkey. Okay. Turkey is a passive item. Recover 1 ammo after landing 3 sequential shots and grants a turkey familiar. Of course. Of course. You know what? I've never had the turkey before, so I really appreciate it. Also appreciate any opportunity to get the extremely lit music that comes from those shrine rooms. Honestly, that's actually, like, it seems pretty great. I can't speak to the efficacy of the familiar itself. But, recovering 3 ammo... Or, sorry, recovering 1 ammo after landing 3 consecutive shots is close to a passive 33% ammo up for every gun, on top of whatever the heck else this does. Bare minimum, I'm sure it probably has like some other synergies working. Anything that it extends... Are you a mimic? Anything that extends the efficacy of your best guns is pretty good, I think. So remember, we don't necessarily, though I would love to, we don't necessarily need to get enough to buy the nod key. We could just get enough to buy an item that can steal the nod key. Oh, that's BS and you know it. I collided with the freaking... Okay, well, whatever. Dude, I'm gonna level with you. If we don't get the secret room, we're probably not going to get enough casings. That would be frustrating, but it would also be, it would be fine. You know why? Because we would also have the opportunity... Whoops, don't shoot. Like, for example, the fact that we have the turkey going on here seems very strong. Anyway, that's going to make it a lot harder to find the secret room, but the damage is out of control here. Gotta try for the flawless. Anyway, if we don't go to that, we'll go to the lich. We'll try to go to the lich anyway, so... Maybe it's for the best, depending on your perspective. We made a serious mistake in judgment here. Should have been just endlessly firing on the ammo conda instead of doing crowd control, but it worked out. I do not see enough casings. I mean, it's like literally impossible, I think. The only thing I could... We do have armor. Is there any way I can hurt myself? No guns that can hurt myself, I think. So we'd have to buy a blank. First, let's open both chests. Maybe we'll get something that we can hurt ourselves with. Barring that, I think you buy a blank. And then you're really shooting for the fences here. Obviously, it did not work, but... I mean, an attempt was made. I don't think you can be too upset about that. So the shark, I mean, we might not be able to afford it. Yeah, we can't afford it now. It's very good, though, obviously. Apart from that, we'll just keep it going. You know, I'm not upset. I'm just trying to see... The only thing I can think of is maybe the genie can let you steal somehow. I don't think so. No. That's fine. It happens. I mean, I really don't think that we screwed up that badly. We didn't spend that much money. I will say, though painful, if we didn't buy the key that we used to open the chest that was a mimic, we probably would have had enough. But so be it. You know, variety maybe... Spice of life, that's what people say. We got a little extra variety here, even if it had to be forced upon me. Very scary room there. We got a real good setup. Like, oh, you gotta dust him. Yo, this is the greatest shot of my entire life. Run. We're, I don't want to say we're set, because I don't think that that's fair. You never know what's going to happen on bullet hell. But we, basically at this point, we have an answer for everything. Like, Mega Hands... is just an extraordinary boss killer. Or is an extraordinary room clearer. Genie does incredibly high damage, which is why I'm not very disappointed, to be honest, about the... This is weird. So I'm not very disappointed about not getting the compressed air can. I'm just going to let you know. No enemy is going to be able to stand up to Cthulhu there. I can barely stand. See, but this is where it gets a little annoying. Take me out. Right, just walk right into your friendly minion's attack. I think it's a wise play. So I think that we're completely set. All I'll say is you never know with bullet hell. Certainly can get a little bit spicy down there. And you know, we still have to... The single biggest thing within our control now is the flawlesses. You know, it might seem like we're in easy mode, but I actually, if I'm being honest, I feel like a little bit more... anxious probably wouldn't be the right word, but... We don't have the advantage of just getting, like, a ton of... Oh, we'll probably buy an amulet if we can afford one. We don't have the advantage of just getting, like, you know, 5 or 6 or more really good items. Still gonna dust them. Just for beating the rat in Punch-Out. So, like, I personally... I don't think it's fair to say we're worse off than we would be if we'd had to do the Punch-Out floor, but I don't necessarily think it's a guarantee that we're in a better position. That's what makes Gungeon interesting, too, right? Like, thank God he died there. You know, there's more than one way to... There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. That's what I'm trying to say. Could be here? Probably not. Alrighty. But I'm telling you, this is it's a run where all 5 boss flawlesses, I would never bet on it just because a single mistake is enough to ruin that, but all 5 boss flawlesses are definitely in the cards. Especially if we don't fight High Priest. Finally! How long have we been working on that one? Like a month and a half? I really feel like I've gotten to a comfortable point in Gungeon as well. Daisuke is still a pain in the butt. Don't get... Okay, it's a mimic. And some of the other... Oh, we found the secret room for us. Some of the other rooms might be... Or some of the other challenges might be a pain in the butt as well. But, fair enough. Dude, what a thrill. 5 casings. It's all worth it for that spacebar item, to be honest, and to save our blanks for the boss. Of course, I would have rather not been hit, but it goes without saying. I knew it. No, 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 no. Okie dokie. What do we got? It's the Treadnought. I don't think the explosions are going to be dodged, but, you know, all other bullets... If you don't know what Fortune's Favor is, sorry, I'm doing a real bad job of being a good trip sitter for you here. Fortune's Favor makes bullets curve around you during the duration of its effect. So, really, it's almost like having access to passive invincibility. In fact, it might literally be like that. It's a very good flawless, pretty easy. Gungeon Ant does have a synergy that makes it very good. We don't have it yet, apparently. That was an honest question. I honestly didn't know if we had it. Nothing there really appeals to me that much, so I think we will go copper amulets. And got 2 chests to open. So far, that's a mimic, brother. Yo, this is getting a little ridiculous here. Just took it. Yo, pitchfork works with something as well. Pitch perfect. Dude, we gotta look at least what that does, because it synergizes with such an interesting item. Flash. Ah. Okay, let's look up Pitchfork. Pitchfork fires green fireball, so it's the wildfire synergy that works, like, at all times. We'll try it on the next floor just because, you know, why not? And for now, like, just to level with you, like 1,000%, nothing could possibly screw this up for us. Until bullet hell. So, sorry, I buried the lead on that one in a big way. Just burn? Thank you. Bones don't burn? Okay. I was gonna say, due to impact damage, you'll get got one day. But yeah, you know, bullet hell obviously plays by a different set of rules. Things get a... It's much more of a war of attrition, which is why I feel like our HP is so important. Just gonna level with you. It's not as good as the Mega Hand. Also, this is useless. Why am I doing this? Just to make life harder for no reason. Although, now that I think about it, bullet hell... Austin told me if you have the chamber gun, bullet hell is comically simple. So I actually think this might be, like, lights out. Which is awesome. And what I was getting at earlier, I didn't really finish my train of thought. But what I was getting at earlier was, it feels nice to be at a point in... I almost called it Isaac, which is how comfortable I've gotten. But feels nice to be at a point of, like, Isaac-esque comfort in this game. Where I really feel like, you know, I can banter a little bit. It's not exclusively, like, tunnel visioning on dodging all enemies. And, yeah, you know, like, mistakes will happen, but it's not a big deal. Hello, my junk salesman friend. You know, there was a time where I thought we wouldn't get there in this game, basically, ever. That was real dumb of me. I could have handled that, but... And that, I mean, that time was years ago, to be fair. Lots of HP on this floor. But, yeah, we've gotten there. I mean, partially because the game has gotten a little bit easier over the years, but also because we've gotten, like, a lot better. And somebody on the subreddit was nice enough to say, it's so nice to see NL having fun with Gungeon again. I was worried after, you know, his experience, which was good but not great when it first came out, that, well, let's say great but not perfect when it came out, because it was better than just good. But it's nice to see, let's go, that he's having a genuinely fun time with it. And it's true, I am. I really think that this has a case for actually being, like, the best roguelite. It's a tough... People ask me sometimes, what do you think is the best roguelite? You know, it's an extremely tough question to answer. It depends on the day, for one. But, like, it's hard, because, like, Isaac is not fresh, but it's also, like, the old mainstay. I almost have to default to, like, Occam's Razor, which is basically just me saying, like, if I've played thousands of hours of this, obviously it has to be really, really good. It's very hard for me to accurately appraise how I feel about that game now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I have to rely on rhetoric. Sorry, just focusing. Right now, this is my principal goal is just the flawlessness here. Very good. Hello, Ruka. Please don't hide in the corner, my son. But definitely, like, from a polish standpoint, I think Gungeon has a real case. And then, my son? Where you at? Don't hide behind the paper shredder. Don't be there. Where was I going with this? Give me... I mean, actually, I thought the AC was kind of bad there, but let's use Vorpal then. And as much as, you know, sometimes I've been annoyed by the difficulty on the harder level ascensions, I think Slay the Spire actually is a case. That's the one where people kind of like... I honestly think, despite that game's pretty positive reception, or like extremely positive reception, I still think that game is underrated. I still think that, you know, people have a little bit of an inherent bias where they look at a game and they're like, it's just cards. How could it be that good? You know, every game suffers when you're needlessly reductive like that. You know? What is Gungeon? It's just left-clicking, you know, hitting WASD at the same time. You can't, in my opinion... Oh, composite gun? No, origami. Still. Decent. You can't examine games like that, in my personal opinion. I think you're doing yourself a disservice. How? I had Fortune's Favor active. Anyway. I genuinely feel like Slay the Spire is a case for being one of the best designed games of all time. Every card in that game, every relic, every encounter is designed to tease out a design space that, you know, I'm not even saying I'm privy to it, but I think a lot of people just say, oh, yeah, it's a goblin. No, you don't. You just don't get it, do you? It's not just a goblin. Okay? That goblin is designed to punish you if you built your deck too defensively because he'll outscale you. This elite is designed to, you know, destroy you if you built your deck without any defense. This one's designed to destroy you if you don't got any AoE, right, Ruka? I think that game is impeccably designed. I think it's close to perfectly designed. And people turn up their nose when they hear the word perfect, but I mean that in like a literal sense of the word. I think it has exactly what it needs, and I don't think that adding more content would necessarily make it better unless that content already fits with, like, you know, the existing skeleton of the game that is already so well designed. You know, you don't want to tip over the apple cart. The only thing I think new content would help out with is novelty and freshness, of course, but I'll go to bat for Slay the Spire. Yeah, sometimes the community can be, like, pretty rude to me. That's not necessarily the Slay the Spire community. As much as I hate to admit it, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Many of those comments are watching for me. They think they're being productively rude. What they're actually doing is making me not want to play the game that they love to watch. Are you a mimic? I don't know. I mean, I do know now. I believe the answer to that question is no. However, excuse me, you're my friend. You're charmed, I'm sure. Why are you making other minions into champions? Shouldn't you be making me into a champion? Dust him. So I don't want to say a Totoso, but this run right now, pretty much going as anticipated. We're in an extremely good place. And with all due respect, we started this run in Garbage Town. You know, we started with Dueling Pistol. And then went out on a limb and got Alien Engine. Which actually could have been functional now because of the invincibility that we have. pseudo invincibility that we have. Very smart play. But, oh, are you the boss? No. Excuse me, do not summon a skeleton. You're supposed to be on my side. So I'm feeling real nice about this run right now. Not a mimic. Maybe they can't be mimics anymore because of the chest item we picked up. It's a little lazy of me, but I haven't. I always forget what the chest items even are, you know. Oh, dude, it's the boss. So let's open green chest. Also open this door. And I think we're more than ready to fight the boss. Dude, I'm super into slower enemy bullets. Thank you. Oh, and we got a Bloodborne synergy. Interesting. I think we could flawless. Oh, wait, you know what? The chamber gun is also incredible here. We also have Void Core. Just gotta swap to it. There we go. So I think just, if you got it, flaunt it. Pop Fortune's Favor is still going. It's not gonna last forever. Don't be afraid to use blanks. Now I think once the hearts are active, or once the dragon heart is active, we'll be super down to use the genie, even with only 38 bullets inside of it. And I think, you know, we're just playing the run right. Is really what it comes down to. One more. Oh, so close. You know, we're using the right guns at the right time. Using blanks when appropriate. And not when inappropriate. Both pretty important. Okay. 5 flawlesses. Okay, that's an incredible performance for me. You get some kind of achievement for that, I hope. Beyond just, you know, my own confidence. So give me the chamber gun. Let's see what this has got going on. We're obviously going down to bullet heck. Because why not, right? Why not? We haven't really accomplished anything on this run except, you know, demonstrable competency. So is this. Let's move north first. Whoa! Okay, yeah. Yo! This seems amazing. Austin was right. The damage this does is unbelievable. I'm not bringing any negativity here, but all I will say is we would also still love, hold on, oh, there it is. A little, just some ammo assurance. I get the turkey does give us some ammo, but it's still chunking through it pretty quickly. I'm also holding the button down way longer than I need to. So let's stop doing that. It's not like it's ammo inefficient. Yeah. So I love this. They should just give you this gun every time. Might render it a little bit too easy, But on the other hand, it owns, and I'm having a great time. Oh, thank you. That's fair. I deserve to get hit there. That's like a dumbness tax. I'm fine paying the dumbness tax. Don't support the facts if you're not going to pay the tax. That's what I've always said. And I don't know if it's a valid opinion, but it rhymes. So how could it be incorrect? I gotta say, it works pretty well with Fortune's favor. Too many chests, dude. It's just too many chests. I can't even open all of these. What am I supposed to do with all these chests? Now, you know what's crossing my mind. Oh, hello. What's crossing my mind is the idea that, in theory, we could potentially flawless the Lich as well. I wouldn't bet the farm on that one. You know, it's easy to forget. Lich is still... I mean, I've flawless the Lich before, but the Lich is still pretty tricky to reliably flawless. Don't waste your ammo there. Even with something like Fortune's Favor. For a jammed enemy to die that quickly is really the ultimate indication of the quality of this gun. It's out of control. Now, I took damage there. Can I explain why? Oh, whoops. Let's take it back. It's because I rolled to try to get value from Macho Brace. Like some kind of fool. When I should have just realized, hey, it turns out the gun's pretty good all by its lonesome. Where is he? It's just that easy. Yo, nanobites, dude. Synergize with Fortune's Favor, maybe? No, I thought it was like they're both for Metal Gear Solid. Maybe that's for Metal Gear Solid as well. Put myself in a position where I felt like I had the blank. So we are going to have to use a gun that is not insanely overpowered. At some point. I mean, I guess we still have the genie, but it's a little light on ammo. That's okay. That's okay. You know what to do here. You know, use the blanks when appropriate. But you got... hold on, you got to change guns. Excuse me. Well, there goes the flawless. Unfortunate, but I'm also like, dude, that's kind of what I get for relying on Fortune's Favor to basically just make me invincible. Which is clearly not how that actually works. I know what you're thinking, NL. When did you learn how to dodge that pattern? I don't know, dude. I just unlocked the part of my brain that was like, why don't you just walk around it? And here we are. And here we are. Okay, that's empty now. Why not? Give it a shot, right? Damage is pretty good, but also, it just is very unsatisfying to fire. Whereas this, on the other hand, is incredibly satisfying to fire. So I'm still like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, is this supposed to be hard or something? Like, I had heard from sources that this game was supposed to be fairly difficult. What I'm realizing is that it's actually probably one of the easiest games like ever created. See, are you doing anything? You just hanging out? Not that I'm complaining. Ah, you son of a gun, you actually got me. I popped Fortune's Favor, but it was too late. Easy fight, easy run, and dude, from 0, basically, to get to that point feels insanely good. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!